Hello. In these dark times, I'd like to play you a couple of songs by the last of the Tamar Delta bluesmen, Whistling Willy Jago. Now, Willie was born in the little Cornish village of St Emroyd, deep in the heart of the vast turnip plantations just outside Callington, which were owned by Lord Ginster. And this is where Willie earned his living as a locum village idiot and freelance ferret juggler. But he was also a talented songwriter, and his songs have been passed on to us, obviously after the proper sanitisation procedures have been carried out, so we can enjoy them today. Now, Willie wrote from the heart, and nothing was nearer to his heart than scrumpy, and particularly pasties. And when he found out that Lidl's were selling Cornish pasties that were, well, we'll let Willie sing it in his own words.
I was wandering round Lidl's just the other day to try to find a snack to take me hunger pains away. For Lidl's is the place to go for cheap and cheerful food, though the clientele is scary and quite heavily tattooed. As I wandered through the crowded aisles to find a pleasant snack, I spotted all the goodies that were laid out at the back, and there were pies and there were quiches as far as the eye could see. When I spotted Cornish pasties, I thought that's the one for me. But when I picked the packet up and saw what was inside, I have to say that something deep inside my spirit died. I recall the very moment that the wind went from me sails. It was when I read the box where it said proudly made in Wales. And now the Cornish and the Welsh have common customs that we keep, like marrying our cousins and having sex with sheep, and male voice choirs and rugby, and all of that is fine. But when they bugger up our pasties, well, they've crossed the bloody line. Now I know a bit about the Welsh, I can tell you 'cause I've been, and I know the average taff knows bugger all about haute cuisine. Well, we've got clotted cream and pasties that are famed from coast to coast. Their national dish is rarebit, which is basically cheese on toast. And only some old nation that is not right in the head would cook up some old seaweed and pretend it's lava bread. The only thing to do with that is throw it in the bin, and they put carrots in a pasty, and that's a mortal sin. There are some things in life, me boys, corrosive to the soul, like hip-hop and Ox Factor and Cheryl Bloody Cole. But the great abomination, and I think there is no doubt, is a pasty that is made by taffs and sold by bloody crowds.
Willie's heartfelt condemnation of foreign pasties there. Now, unfortunately, since the terrible mishap during Willie's Guinness Book of Records attempt on the most ferrets stuffed down a pair of trousers record 3 years ago, when he made an unwise decision to go for a record 13th ferret, and unfortunately picked up a particularly hungry and sharp-toothed one, he's been unable to perform in every sense of the word. And so these recordings and my work as a Willie tribute act are all we have left. Now, people often criticise Willie for his obsession with his three great passions, which were cider, pasties and loose women. But he tried to counter this by writing this haunting lullaby we're going to hear next. Unfortunately, he kind of proved their point, really.
In the little Cornish village of St Emroyd, I was strolling as the sun sank in the sky, and floating from a nearby open window, I heard a mother sing a Cornish lullaby. When a St Emroyd baby's feeling tired and grumpy, then he begins to whimper and to sob. His mother dips a pasty in some scrumpy and shoves it in the little bugger's gob. But there must have been a paucity of pasties, or maybe all the cider stocks were gone, for the baby was all tired out and teasy. So his mother tried to soothe him with a song. She sang, "Oh, your mother lives a life of constant sorrow, of scrimping and of saving, all because I cannot get your daddy to support us, 'cause I'm not sure just who your daddy was. Well, it must have been that day trip down to Newquay, when we all sat drinking cider on the sand, and we climbed back in the coach intoxicated, just your mum and the St. Embroid silver band. So I can't be very certain who your dad is, 'cause it was very dark there at the back, but my money's on that bugger Dwayne Trezida, 'cause he's the only one of them that's black.